It's still Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa, and of course this show brings you the best of top analysis on stories breaking the world of sport, and of course Henry Ikwari right here. And of course a lot has been said about football development in Nigeria, and it seems to be sounding like a broken record because there seems to be no improvement. Now, Henry, what would you say the major problem is with our football, and how do you think we can make it better?
Thank you very much, Luca. That's a very pertinent question. Just like you said, Nigerian football, African football needs improvement. It's becoming a cliche. Now, basically, I think what we lack is direction, excellence, and organization, and reorientation of players, owners, and even fans, Nigerians at large. Football is wide, but we're leaving it for, there are so many entitlement and responsibilities is the government's responsibility. But if you look at things that in the established world, where we look up to football as a standard, the government regulates it. We need to find a way to build it to a point where people can, investors can come into the game. Right now, we're struggling with funding.
Very true. And we know that you run a football club, Atlantic Business Football Club. Tell us, when was this football club established?
In 2017. Initially, it was called Atlantic Football Club. Having joined the league, joined grassroots football tournaments, and gone around Nigeria, I found out the reason why football cannot even progress. I found out I myself was frustrated, I was stagnant. I tried to join the amateur league, I paid hundreds of thousands, over $500,000 to get the slot. And the tournament is meant to happen in a week.
Wow.
It's amazing. So I got frustrated to the point and I said, we need to start looking for a Nigerian solution to our Nigerian problem, the Nigerian way. And just like Corona, we need an Afrocentric, a Niger-centric approach to what we do. So it started in 2017, and we've transformed now to Atlantic Business Football Club. The business, I get a lot of questions. I've never had business in football club. I've never had business in football club. I tell them it's intentional. We need to be able to grow football to a point where it stands on its own, and players are in their home league and they're playing and they're comfortable. Right now, Sterling in England is playing in his home league. PK is playing in his home league. So we need to grow to a point where it's profitable for Nigerians. And I have a company on my own. I'm an IT consultant. I have a company now. I cannot grow my company the way I've grown it and now go and invest into something that is shabby. So excellence is a language. So, and the people that understand it. You could speaking Yoruba to me right now. You're communicating, but if I don't understand you, I don't understand you. So if we can we want to just be able to sensitize these players, sensitize the fans that this is a business, this is a company, we're selling football. So that's what we're trying to do right now.
All right. Now, still talking about grassroots, I understand what you're trying to do with the football club now. Well, a lot has been said about grassroots and its challenges. I'm sure your club as well has faced a lot of challenges as well, because I know a couple of football clubs in the Nigerian Professional Football League on how they manage these players, and they spend millions every week just to cater for feeding of these players. Do you go through the same challenge?
Very much. I even grow because I'm a grassroots football trying to standardize. Finance is one huge problem we face. You need to transport these players around Nigeria for tournaments. Into their welfare. There's a lot people don't know about that happens in the football life. Just trying to stand the team. Amongst that is not even the monetary side of it. I understood the challenges I was going to come and face. So I won't call it a problem, or I knew it's a challenge, and I'm willing to go head on with it and simplify the stress. Anything that you can simplify, once you can simplify the stress, it becomes easy. So I know it's a challenge, but the major problem again is the reorientation, the mentality, mindset. That is my own problem I'm facing. I believe to make money in football and to regulate and make it a point of revenue is very easy. But if we can have the right mindset, the ability is not a problem right now, but the main problem I'm having is mentality. And not just in football, cut across even the staff, my staff workers. Orientation, mentality. So in Ethiopia right now, first of all, one major problem I faced was when I came trying to set a football club. Definitely my own aim was different. I want to set up a team here. They said, who is this young man? Come on, I want to travel to Europe. Everybody, the pressure of send my child, I want to travel was one thing. I was like, how you will travel? Selling and buying of players is a function that happens in a team. Is a given to happen. Yeah. But it's not the aim of why I want to do it. Most people that are into the business, they want to manage a player because Victor Osimhen signed for 3.5 million euro. They want to go and get another player and stuff. But no, it's football, the same football they're playing in Europe is the same football they're playing, the same grass is not different. Sterling was playing ball on the street and he was scouted. So I see a lot of players going to go and do trial, go and try. If I'm right, talent, you look for talent. You source for talent. So scouters are meant to come and look for you, but how you present yourself again is how you, and it goes across to African players. You see seminars saying, okay, how to live abroad for players, how to survive abroad. So it's already a mentality that if you don't travel out, you can't succeed. Now there's Corona. This proved a very big point, and my players are beginning to listen to me. Some players had contracts already to travel to Israel, to a couple of places. Corona came. Everybody's in your country now. So are you going to cry? Your embassies are closed. You can't play. Now those Israel companies, they are going to cut down their contract. They want to look into their home league. Corona is now aware. So now, what happens now that you're in your father's land? Can you play in your father's land and be happy and play in your own father's land? It's not my fault now. Corona has made it happen.
Well, we'll get to come back to that because a lot of things are actually going on wrong with our football and sports in general with the country. But I just hope that very soon, someday, with shows like this, we can help change the narrative. If we talk about grassroots and we're not taking care of the grassroots, how can we develop our sports?
So you just hit the nail on the head. Grassroots, the impact of grassroots football in the hierarchy of football growth can never be emphasized. Look at the likes of Ndidi, Victor Osimhen.
Yeah,
they all were scouted from grassroots football.
True.
Catching them young is very, very important. The UK now just gave a grant now to support their grassroots football to catch them young too. So it's very necessary we take care of the grassroots football. But now again, let's not look at, because the name is grassroots root. I think again we need to start those names. That's why I changed my name to Business Football Club. That grassroots again has a mindset. Okay, you're looking. Call it something else. First of all, that's sensitization of, let them not see it like it's just a way we just try, hope will come and scout us. No, even grassroots football can generate revenue, serious revenue.
True.
So it needs to be we need to look at it as football as is entertainment, is a sport. But what is the business side of sport? Music is an entertainment, but there's the business angle of it. Every entertainment, everything that entertains, that makes people happy, should be able to be monetized. So if we're not monetizing the then there's a problem.
Sure.
So just like the society, you need to take care of the family first, the foundation from the family forms the society, and moving forward, it comes the nation. So grassroots to amateur to pro level. So foundation must be taken care of well, because you can't be the money given to I think 4% that the federal government gives to football. Is just focused on the high level NPL. So grassroots football needs to excellence is still the word. Is excellent attention to detail, organization. We need most people that I know that are into grassroots football wants to trade. Their aim is just for money to trade, and there's nothing wrong with that. But as much as we're doing that, how you present these players determines their value, because a talent is valueless. So if I, for one, now I'm working towards to make a mark in football, and I think it's possible. What is it? Victor Osimhen is the highest signing from from grassroots to professional level for 3.5 million euro. I think I can do 20 million. I think I can do 9 million. I can do far beyond that. But it depends on how you package these players. So I think it needs serious attention. It can never be oversized, and it needs to be looked into seriously.
Very true. Now, Atlantic Business Football Club, what will be your contribution to grassroots football? How would you help these players get to greater heights? Yes, Victor Osimhen, we'll talk about where he started from, and look at where he is now. He's playing for Lille at the moment, and there's going to be a possible move to SS Napoli in Italy, where he'll be, the transfer will worth around £81 million. So what will be your contribution as Atlantic Business Football Club to grassroots football?
So our contribution basically is to showcase talent. Like initially we were an academy. I told them I'm no longer an academy. I want to showcase talent. And the idea is we want to own the presentation of our games. The idea of the business football is we want to get same club owners that have like mind, that believe and trust their talent. Because playing all these tournaments initially, I said, what's the aim? You pay for a competition 200,000. Over 60 teams are there. The finals is £1 million. At the end of it, what's the aim of all this competition? I'm like, what's the aim? I like to ask the questions why. So our own is, what we're trying to do is, there's a saying, Messi is the best player, right? But I believe Messi is not the best player in the world. He's the best known player.
True, because some other ones are undiscovered.
So, and there's a saying that says the best player can never beat the best known. The best known product can never beat the best product. The best product, can never beat the best known product. So attention, and one thing Corona has taught us is attention. Money follows attention. Attention is expensive. How do we get attention? The idea of doing the business is to, if you can get like minds that can stake, let's play football. It's not even about the money, but people like a spice to all these things, and that's just the idea, just to spice it up. But now it's business. Let's play business football, but now showcasing talent. You're not just looking at Atlantic Business Football Club. A club owner that has a like mind of, he trusts his talent and he's able to put that money forward. You're going to see good football, and we want to own the presentation of games now. Proper presentation. If we're going to do live streaming, so the media backing and to just show contribution of present these players and give them a chance.
Yeah. Very true. Now, lastly, let's talk about solely Atlantic Business Football Club now. A lot of players, I know you mentioned this earlier, a lot of players are hungry to travel to Europe. They're hungry for greener pastures. A lot of them even eventually sign the wrong contract. They sign slave contracts just because they want to travel. When they get it, it dawns on them when they realize that they were not supposed to make that move quickly. Now, for Atlantic Business Football Club, what are your major aims now? Because we talk about the NNO, we talk about the NNL, we talk about the Nigerian Professional Football League. Are you hoping someday to feature in the Nigerian Professional Football League? And how strong do you hold on to your players, hoping not to lose them to, in quotes, bigger clubs?
So now, because of the structure of FIFA, everybody asks this question, how do you want to structure? So right now, we're registered with the Lagos FA, which gives us guarantee that as a grassroots football, I psych my players, we are professionals. But by the status of where we are right now, we still give them stipends and allowance. We're not paying them what the government says. If you're going to call yourself a professional football club, you need to be able to pay your players a stipend of at least the minimum wage of Nigeria, which is 30K. So if you can achieve that, you can now have the status of semi-professional. And the FIFA's constitutions, you're meant to now loan them to a professional side, so that they can have that status. Now, right now we're secured. Everybody, we are registered. We are registered with FIA and with the intermediary, just to secure these players. But coming into the league, just like I said, we played it. We paid over $500,000 to come into to have the status of to be in the league amateur 2 and start going from there. But I found out that I said this is total rubbish, and it's without no insult or anything, but it doesn't make sense. It's going to happen in 1 week from all over. It doesn't make sense, and you now move to they say they promote you. Now, we want to own, there's a plan, Atlantic Business Football Club. We want to own our own league. And it starts by small. We want to start owning it from little games. We want to own our own league. And we're going to call it the Elite League, the Money League. Okay. Stay tuned for it. I'm going to come back here to talk about it. So there's a plan to, NPFL is not our standard. Okay. And the only reason why people are looking at NPFL is because the government is paying those players. True. So we have a plan to pay our players now. We're launching on ABFC Logistics, which is people sell merchandise, jerseys to support the club so that the club can sell. I think you can also sell services from a club. And our aim is to be able to pay these players and make them comfortable, to increase your value, pay these guys. But how do we get the status? To get sponsorship is very difficult. Everybody knows that. True. It's very difficult. I have gone, bros, I don't work out. I have gone around, I have people will tell you this mileage, that. So the only reason I said, okay, I have to think, but we can't stop doing what we're doing. We have to be strategized. I come from a corporate environment. I see how people build sister companies to support one company. Everybody, there's money flowing around. I said, why can't I replicate it in football? We've gotten over 4 bikes. We are trying to. There's going to be this corona is everybody needs to strategize the approach.
I agree with you.
So there's going to be lockdown of Third Mainland Bridge for 6 months. Pick up and delivery is going to be on the high rise. I said, can't we did a maths of, okay, if we're getting a bike for 290, how much we gross in a month, how much we gross and we found out that it's exponential, and I found out that at the point I don't have to keep on spending my personal money. I've been always looking for a point where the club is self-sustained, and what gives it status is income, money.
True.
So our plan is, we have a plan to change the narrative. Again, change the narrative to tell these guys, and God, I thank God for Corona. At least it makes them to understand that thing you're saying and you're saying it. They've seen it.
They're
and
beginning to understand
it. So people now, they buy in, and the commitment now is, I love it. It's good. So I believe right now that in a short period of time, if things, God gave us principles to succeed. The mentality of people are go fail and it needs to stop. The way you can plan to fail, you can plan to succeed. We are being deliberate and conscious. That's why the business is there. Is a sensitization. We are deliberate to put ourselves out there to see if NPFL will invite me to the league.
Wow. That's a big one, and we're hoping that actually comes through for Atlantic Business Football Club. We'd love to see them play in the Nigerian Professional Football League, and of course, we wish you success in all your endeavors.
Thank you very much.
And again, thank you very much for coming down to join us on the show today, and also speak on grassroots and your plans for grassroots football and, of course, Atlantic Business Football Club.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.